Hey guys, what is up? It is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and welcome back to my channel. Today, like I said in the last video, we are going to be doing a tutorial on my natural everyday beat, which is right here. I got a lot of requests to do this when I posted this on my Instagram stories. It's pretty easy. I'm just gonna walk you guys through what I do, what products I use, little tips and tricks thrown in here and there. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. We are starting out with just hydrating the face a little bit. So I'm using my Evian facial spray. I took this to New York with me on the plane, and it's just so great for refreshing the face, just because, like, you know when you get like that airplane skin feel and it's just like dry and dehydrated and gross? This just really helped me refresh the face and keep it hydrated. I'm going in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer now, and just going to concentrate this on my T-zone because I find that that works the best. I do have a lot of texture here on my nose and just like underneath the eyes a little bit, like, you know, where you put your pore strip, and also on my chin and smile lines. This primer really helps to keep all that product in place and on my face. I know I used a lot, but that's because your girl is extra. We're just gonna massage this in with our fingers, really massaging it in underneath my nose and my smile lines. Like I said, my foundation tends to rub off in those areas, and I am the oiliest on my T-zone. I just really like to rub this in here. I will say that when my skin was kind of dry, like around my nose area, I wasn't exfoliating enough. I had dry patches. This primer will cling to that, but I did exfoliate my face pretty recently. After that, it was fine, but just to let you guys know, if you are drier, if you have dry patches, just to keep that in mind. Now we are going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I'm in the shade 485, and I literally just pump this on my face. We are taking my Morphe sponge and just pouncing that in. I love this foundation because it is perfect for summertime. It is so lightweight. It doesn't have a matte finish. It has like a very, very natural finish. It's not dewy, it's not matte. It's just super fresh and natural, which I am a really big fan of. And if you are an oilier gal, you can set it down with powder. That's what I do. The coverage is very, very minimal. I would say it's like a light to a medium, more medium than light. It is very breathable on the skin, which is perfect for, you know, those hot summer days and you want your skin to breathe a little bit. Next, I'm going in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect. I am in the shade Pure Beige. Again, I love this concealer for the summertime because it has a very satiny finish. It doesn't dry down to a matte, and it doesn't dry my under eyes out, which I am a huge fan of. And then I just like to take this up to the forehead a little bit, underneath my eyes, and then on my chin because I do like to highlight there a little bit. And we're just going to blend this in again with our Morphe sponge. I like to take that all the way up right here and also on the eyelid. I love using a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my actual foundation shade because I do like to highlight and bring the face up a little bit, and it also helps with just looking more awake. So we're just going to blend this into the forehead, and then to prevent any lines of demarcation, I like to go in with the side that I blended my foundation with and just go on the edges of that, on the forehead, kind of on the high cheekbones right here, so we don't get any lines of demarcation, and it just makes it look a lot more blended and effortless. All right, and so now that we have that, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier powder. I love this powder because it definitely keeps me matte throughout the day, and it really helps my oils just not seep through my foundation. So if you don't like to set your foundation, that's totally fine. I get that. I personally just set my foundation because it just slips and slides off my face if I don't. I usually go in with a lot of powder on my chin because, like I said, that's the area that rubs off the most. Also with my smile lines, we're gonna start to look a little bit crazy, but that's okay. I also go down the bridge of the nose. And I also like to set underneath where I'm going to bronze and contour. I don't like to do a harsh line because then I feel like my contour has a really harsh line, so I just like to take it and dab it in, just press it in right there so you don't really see that line. And it just looks a lot more natural. So now that we have that done, we are going to bronze the face now. I'm going in with the Benefit Hoola bronzer and a Le Beau Tissoir brush. And I'm just going to just bronze up the face. And the reason why I don't powder this area where I bronze is because I really want that powder from the bronzer to stay on my skin and just like stick to that foundation. So that's why I don't powder that area. Then we're also going to go up into the hairline. See, we look so summery already. And what I also like to do is I just like to take a little bit and just run that down my nose. I don't like to contour my nose too much, like seriously, but then I do the sides of it just to darken it a little bit. I just do this super messily, and then also like the tip of my nose. And then I just take the bronzer and I dab the bottom part of the brush in there, and then I just like to go up into kind of like the eye socket area because we don't want our shadow right here that we created down here to like end right here. So I take it up into like the brow area. All right, my battery died, so we changed that real quick. We are going to go into blush now. I just love these peachy tones for summer. I'm using the City Color Intense Blush Palette. I'm going to use this shade right here, which is the lightest one. These blushes really pack a punch, so I'm just going to lightly dab in there. Do this on the apples of the cheeks, and we're just gonna start bringing that up where we kind of laid the bronzer, but not all the way up like back here. My awkward smile when I do my blush. Oh, that may have been too much on this side. Oh, we gotta blend that out. And then we're also going to do a little bit over the nose just to give that like cute little sunburned effect. I really love that. I have no idea why I do. All right, it looks a little crazy on camera. I don't know why, but my camera picks up my bronzer and like blush really, really heavily. I promise it doesn't look this heavy in real life, but we're just gonna dust those off. Taking a flat powder brush, and I'm really just spreading that excess powder around to other areas that I haven't powdered. I'm gonna take that powder on the forehead and just bring it down. Now that we have powdered the face, we are going to spray it all down and kind of melt it into the skin. So I'm using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and we're just gonna spray this all over the face. I love this mist. The scent, the sprayer, the fact that it's like continuous and there's no big water droplets, like Morphe really did that. Now we're moving on to highlight. This is the e.l.f. Metallic Flare highlighter. I mentioned this in my previous video, the Q&A, and to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of this highlight because it wasn't like as blinding as I thought it was going to be, but I found that it's just perfect for natural days where I just want to have a little bit of glow, just not something that they can see me from outer space. And we're gonna do above the brow as well. I just love how like more awake you look with a highlight above your brow. We're doing that. Also, this is a Morphe M558 brush, favorite highlighting brush. And then I also like to do the tip of the nose, and then whatever excess is on the brush, I just brush it up. I actually really love this for like a natural day. Now we're going to go into brows, which is my favorite part. I'm going to use my Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil. For this pencil, I like to use the shade 3 because I feel like it's lighter than my brow hairs and it just gives it a more natural look, and it also allows my hairs to still be seen after I put it on. So we're just going to fill these in really quick. For more natural days, I like to just go like super, super messy. Just doing a light fill-in. Flick it up towards the front of the brow. But basically that's all I do for filling them in. I'm also gonna carve out underneath after I finish them and then run a little bit of brow gel through them. Okay, so brows are filled in, and I'm going to go in with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This really just locks your brow hairs in place, especially with the heat from the summer. You want your brows to stay put. Again, I'm just taking a little bit of the Milani concealer. We're gonna clean up underneath the brows a little bit. And then next we are going to do my mascara. I love to use the Benefit Roller Lash. This is one of my favorite mascaras like ever, even before I went to New York with them. It's like one of the only mascaras that gives my stick straight Asian lashes a lift and a curl and a little bit of volume. So we're just gonna go in with this. We're not gonna do lashes today because it is like a natural beat, even though I went through like a bajillion steps just to achieve all this. And the last thing we're going to do is apply a lip. I really love lip glosses in the summer. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Mocha Twist. It is my favorite shade. It's honestly like a Your Lips but better gloss, and I'm here for it. It's one of my favorite glosses of all time. So this is the completed look. This is my everyday natural beat. I know I say natural even though it's like a million steps, but y'all catch my drift. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I'll see you guys in the next one.